Good morning, everyone. I'm coming to you from Hoth, aka Norway, where they filmed a big part of Star Wars. And today I'm on the road because I'm going back to London tonight. So my plan is to kite a whole bunch. You can see here I've got my lightsaber, aka my kite bar, and the onboard computer, aka the iPad, is just sat into my kite right here. I need to detangle this because I had a long trip with it. Yesterday I did about 33 kilometers with the kite. Pretty happy with that. And this morning I ran back to my car, which was a 10k run. And now I am driving through Norway to get to Oslo. I'm probably going to stop for a kite session when I see some good powder. And this morning I'm just going to my favorite little spot to get some iced coffee. One thing they do pretty damn well here is iced coffee. What's so interesting about the wind in Norway is it moves with the topography. It kind of flows with the heat and the cold and the shade and the light. And so you can get places where it's 25 miles an hour, and then on the other side of the valley it's 3 miles an hour, and then at the top of the hill it's 40 miles an hour, and then just behind the hill it's 0 miles an hour, and your kite is moving through this kind of multi-directional thermal flow, and it really tests everything I've got. You know, I've been kiting since I was 9, so what, that's like nearly 27 years or so. Over a quarter of a century I've been flying kites, and I'm still learning new things all the time with the way my kite moves in this environment, and the way it has to handle the gusts, and the way it responds. I've been using this kite called an Ozone Explore. What's really interesting is it's a single skin kite. So what that means is it's effectively like a sheet with a bunch of strings on it. There's just a single piece of fabric between you and the wind, and it's like the minimal amount of atoms you need to catch some wind, and this means that it's very sensitive to the vibrations of the air, but it's also incredibly easy to control the power. So if I suddenly go off a cliff, or I take like a big drop, or I'm going down a really steep face and I've got lots of speed and lots of kinetic energy, I can just release the power out of the kite, and it's just flapping in the wind like a bag. And so I can be unaffected by the wind energy, and I can shift myself into a kinetic energy of movement, just like you do when you snowboard or ski. And then when I get to the bottom of that feature, I can pull in the kite and rely on the wind energy to bring me around and back up. And so it's this beautiful flow of the sun heating up the land, creating the wind, creating this flow of energy, and then I'm riding in it across the liquid, which is cooled by the night and by the temperature, which is because of the angle against the sun. And it's just, I just feel like of nature when I am snow kiting. You know, whenever you have to like get into a lift and wait for them to turn the motor on, and you know, the electricity, and you only can ride here. You know, I can ride from now, which is first light, all the way to last light. You know, I can ride from dawn until dusk, and there's nobody here. There's just nobody. Like, you can lose civilization in 30 seconds. Literally, if I go north of here, there is nothing until I get to Finse, and Finse is the place where they actually filmed Star Wars. So I'm going to be going up there next week with Alex. I'm really excited to share that my friend Alex Heil, who I've done a bunch of video editing with, is coming along for a ride with me for a few weeks or maybe a couple months, and we're just going to make a bunch of content and share it. I'm in a kind of sharing mode right now. My energy's really good, my sleep's really good, and I just feel like Twitter is like crushing my thoughts down, and I feel like doing this on YouTube is allowing my thoughts to flow a little bit better. Yeah, so we're now in this beautiful area where there is no wind, and there's just a bunch of trees that kind of dampen the need for snow kiting. About to enter a pretty sick little tunnel, and here we go. Boom. So I want to just slow down so that I'm not driving and doing something dangerous here, but I am. Here we go. All right, so I'm real slow now. So look at this. This looks like I'm inside the mines of Moria or inside, a starship, like battle cruiser tunnel or something. I mean, this is properly badass, and I'm actually gonna hide one of my life Horcruxes in one of these mines somewhere. I'm gonna leave some clues for my family in case I die. So yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about the Horcrux game that I've been designing. So as part of my study of group wallets, I've been looking at how groups can help each other, and I thought that a really cool way to play with that remotely at Denver would be to create a Horcrux game. And so everybody understands the Horcrux analogy who's read Harry Potter, right? There's 7 Horcruxes, and with those 7 Horcruxes you can unlock a great power and or you can destroy a great thing or a bad thing. And so this concept of like it's only when you have all 7 that you get access to something is something I wanted to play with. And so I bought a noun a few weeks ago or a few days ago, and a noun currently trades at 36 ETH. And that's a significant amount of money for me. It's not like I can just throw money around like that without thinking about it. But for me, this is about learning how groups of people can work together in person and digitally to get access to something, and I think that's a really beautiful experience for people who are at ETH Denver. So I'm trying to design a Horcrux game remotely. So we've already released the first word, and that was at my favorite cafe in Denver. And then we just dropped the second word, and that is stored within my favorite Discord. And the third word is going to drop tomorrow. So bit by bit, people are piecing together the opportunity. And the only thing I've really shared is that if somebody tries to do it on their own, they will not complete the task. It's like if Harry tried to get all the Horcruxes without help from his friends, he fails, right? He's nearly dead, and then he starts, relying on his friends for help, and he starts to succeed. So I would just like to say to anyone trying to complete the game, my intention is not to give one person a noun. My intention is to give a multi-sig the noun, and the multi-sig will, be in control of it, and that all the people who succeed in working together, they can form the multi-sig and own the noun and decide what to do with it. Maybe they just want to sell it and split the ETH. I think that would be a real shame. I think this is going to be a very special noun because it's imbued with a performance artwork. It's the Denver Dino, and I hope that maybe this Denver Dino could do something similar next year. I don't know, but the reason that I am doing this is because I can't be at ETH Denver, because I cannot be around so many people when my energy is this high. And I also want to highlight my friends who are there, and they're actually involved in this game. So I want to highlight the NAS community. I want to highlight Tom and Isaac from Dawn. I want to highlight Cooper from the music NFT movement, and a few other amazing people who I know who are going to be at ETH Denver. And so they're going to be involved in this Horcrux game. They're going to be given words that you're going to have to play games to get them from. The last thing I'll share is my goal is to release the 7th Horcrux the second the last talk at ETH Denver is done. So I don't want to disturb anybody's speech, but the second it's over, right? You will be given instructions, and you'll need to be near where that last big talk is, that last main stage talk is. You will need to be near there, and the 7th Horcrux will obviously contain 6 words. So it will be the last 6 words of the seed phrase, but they will be released all at once. Some of them will be close to the venue, some of them won't be close to the venue, and it will be really, really special. If you work together with your squad, right? So I would recommend having at least 6 people in your squad, and maybe more, who you bring along this journey, because I think if you have fewer than 5, it's going to be hard. I think if you have 10, that's optimal, but I think you can do it with 6. That's going to be my rough design. But yeah, so that's the plan. I've now crossed the 10-minute mark. I've read that that is the optimal mark to hit for a daily YouTube video in order to get caught by the algorithm. The production value is going to go up as the value of this algorithm goes up for me. But I'm starting off just keeping it real, just, you know, and I don't ever want to worry about needing to edit something. I just want to like hit the record button and capture where I'm at right now. So yeah, I'm arriving at the fuel station. I'm gonna slow down as I reach this. And you can see just over here. And gonna just grab a quick coffee. Yeah, nice to chat with all of you. I'm really enjoying doing this. It feels a lot more fluid than typing out thoughts that can often get, you know, people upset. So far I haven't upset anyone with YouTube, so that's good going. All right, bye everyone.